Bakers, this is for you. Welcome to our first comments corner, where I go through all the comments from the last few weeks and answer them so that you get a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of time. First question is a double whammy. Why do we see steam before water boils? That was a hard word. It is called sea smoke. Boiling happens at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. If we put our finger in, that's gonna hurt real bad. When I say put your finger in before you see steam, or when you see a little bit, I guess I actually mean sea smoke, which is what happens when cold air goes over warmer water. So when we say to put yeast into warm water, we usually mean around 110 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or when you put your finger in, it's before it starts to burn. And the second question, why did that yeast die? Something I learned in my 30s is that you're supposed to store yeast in the old fridge or freezer. Why? Because at room temperature, the metabolism is going too fast and it basically starves and dies. So keeping it in the fridge slows down the metabolism, and helps it stay alive longer. We do love our yeasty friends. Next comment, what is the difference between water and milk? The basic answer is flavor or chemistry. Answer number one is flavor. You're gonna get a richer dough if you have milk rather than water. The second answer is acid. Milk has acid in it, so if you have a recipe that has like baking soda in it, you probably have to put some sort of acid in, whether that's vinegar or milk. If you only have water, you're gonna wanna add some sort of other acid, lemon juice, vinegar, etc. What is the difference between bread flour and all-purpose? My favorite question of all time, one I get all the time as well. The short answer is bread flour has more gluten, more of the chewiness that you like in some breads. So if you use bread flour, you're gonna have an easier time kneading, it's gonna be chewier, but if you use it in the wrong scenario, it can be really gummy. Bread flour you usually use for recipes that specifically call out bread flour. Depending on the producer, you can actually see the level of gluten in the bag of flour, and they're not all the same. So some all-purpose can have more gluten than other all-purpose, but the general rule of thumb is if the recipe says you can use bread flour or all-purpose. If the recipe says use all-purpose, double check if you can use bread flour, but probably just use all-purpose. Next one, I learned something on this too. What is a good substitute for powdered sugar? Now we're gonna start with powdered sugar. The name gives it away. It is sugar that is actually powdered. So it's just really, really fine sugar. So for your substitutes, you wanna look for something with the same size granules, because a lot of times you use powdered sugar for like a texture reason, so like in frosting, where you don't want like actual chunks of sugar, you want it as fine as possible. So one option is you literally put your sugar in a blender and you just give it a whiz. If you're looking for something that's the same flavor and you just don't want regular sugar, you can use powdered milk or coconut sugar. I have not used coconut sugar myself. I have used powdered milk, worked great. Last one, let's hear it for the people digging in and learning. Love this so much. Good job. I saw your comments, you did a great job, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on powering through. Learning is not always easy, but it can be really fun and delicious. Let me know if you like this new segment in the comments. Follow and or leave me a little like. Love to hear from you. Love you so much.